So here's a question on putting slow balls away, which I know a lot of people struggle with. So the question goes, I have a harder time hitting a slow ball and putting it away than a fast ball. Do you have any suggestions? Yes, generally speaking, your technique is probably not very good, because good technique will give you effortless power, and the fact that you can't put a slow ball away tells me that most likely you cannot generate effortless power. We often see players that have technique with short compact motions that allows them to hit okay from the baseline, especially against fast balls where they can use the speed of the incoming ball, and that's what it sounds like what the case is here for you. So what you need to do is you need to take a close look at your technique. I don't know if this is more with the forehand or the backhand. And then you need to figure out what components you are missing to generate enough power off of a slow or dead ball, as we also like to call it. Now, there are, of course, many principles necessary or responsible for generating power on topspin ground strokes. But let's take a look at a couple of those in super slow motion, and then you have a better idea of what you should probably focus on.
The first power concept here that I want you to take a close look at is the inside-out swing path. You have to swing inside out to generate power on all of your topspin ground strokes. So let's look at a clip here. So again, let's look at that two-hander from the back angle, unit turn, and now I drop the racket into the slot position. As we already know, the slot position is close to the body, and now we swing away from the body. It's called inside out because the inside position is close to the body, and then the outside position is away from the body. So the swing goes in this direction to my left side here, away from the body. And this is very counterintuitive for a lot of tennis players. And you may ask yourself, well, what if I want to hit the ball cross court? It's exactly the same thing. The only thing we change is the angle of the racket face at contact, but we have to swing in this direction regardless of where we want to hit the ball if we want to hit with power. So this is the movement right here, swinging away from the body. Again, away from the body. Look at that. One more time. Away from the body. You really need to get this one. Here I hit the ball down the line, but cross court is the same swing path. Let's look at a forehand here from the back angle where we'll see the same inside-out swing path. So as usual, I begin with the unit turn. The hand is now a little bit away from the body, but I bring it in now close to the body in the slot position right here. From here, I can now swing inside out or away from the body. And again, that's the key here to generating power. We need to get this inside out swing path. So here, swing inside out, away from the body. Let's look at that again. Close to the body, and now away from the body, regardless of where I want to hit the ball. Let's look at the one-handed backhand, this time from the front angle, so I can show you the inside-out swing path from here. So he brings the racket in relatively close to the body, and from this slot position, he can now swing away from the body or inside out to generate power. Here's that inside-out swing, again, close to the body and then away from the body. A great way to practice the inside-out swing is to actually hit inside-out. So on the forehand side, that's pretty normal. We set up in the backhand corner and we hit inside-out forehands. But we can do the same thing for the backhand. Set up in the forehand corner, hit inside-out backhands with the ball machine or drop hitting the ball to practice this, and that will help you generate the right swing path. Of course, you need to make sure you have an acceptable grip so that you can swing inside-out. The second important concept I want you to take a close look at when you struggle with these slow balls is extension. You have to make sure that you extend out to the target, and if you combine these two concepts, if you manage to swing inside out and to extend out to the target, then your chances of dealing well with these slow balls should be very good. Let's look at this in action here. My two-handed backhand, as usual, unit turn, loading up the back leg, now dropping the racket into the slot, swinging to contact, and then look at this position right here. See how my hand is significantly in front of the body, okay? That's a sign of very good extension. That means I swung out to the target and that ball will penetrate the court. A lot of players never get the hand and the elbows away from the body, and then you end up hitting short balls and not really getting anything on your shots. So let's look at this on the forehand. We'll see that actually the extension doesn't look as far here, but that has to do with the fact that I'm hitting with a bent arm, okay? Which is what most players do on the forehand and what most likely you should do as well. So let's take a look right here. Swing to contact, contact in front, and now take a look at this position. The hand is significantly in front of the body, and this is good extension right here on the forehand. Because the elbow is bent, this is not as far away from the body as what we saw on the two-handed backhand previously, where that left arm was straight in this position. Let's look at the one-handed backhand here. Nadim performs the unit turn. Now he swings inside out, and look at this right here. That hand is really far out in front of the body. Again, that has to do with the fact that the arm is straight, but you also have to swing in that direction. You have to swing to your target forward and upward. So extension is critical. What I would recommend is that you go out and film yourself from the side angle like you saw here, and then you can take a good measurement of whether or not you have a good extension.